What's up guys? This is going to be kind of a different video today, but it's going to be kind of a cool process. So some of you might saw on social media, we got a workshop. So we actually got this big, it's a 20-foot shipping container. It's going to be a workshop for now because right now we are working out of the enclosed trailer that I used to have. And this is also storing all of our personal items. It's a mess. So we got this shipping container because we're still out probably 2 months on building the house and everything, and that's its own process in itself, and we needed something to be able to house all the materials for building vans, as well as we got some pretty cool news we'll let you guys know later on other things we're getting together. But so the project for today is I actually was up early this morning and cut in some vents. So there's 2 up top and then 2 down low, and what that's going to do is it's going to let the cold air in, hot air out. So I didn't film that, sorry, but what we're going to do now though is I'm going to go grab a broom, we're going to sweep this out, and then I got some epoxy paint. We're going to paint the floor, put some chips in it, because I've always wanted a workshop of my own that had the epoxy painted floors with the flakes in it. Let the floor dry, and then we're gonna put up a workbench in the back, some shelving, get this an awesome workshop. So stay tuned, it's gonna be a good video. So we got some bare concrete and garage floor coating, and we got some decorative chips to make it look good. So hopefully I don't screw this up and we get it done pretty fast. Well guys, we let the floor sit for a couple hours to dry out. Now what we're going to do is put it on real heavy, throw some of the flakes out there to make it look good, and then let it dry 4 or 5 hours. And then we got some shelving and a workbench to put in here, so coming along pretty good. Well guys, we got the epoxy down, we got the decorative chips. Now we gotta leave it a couple hours to dry, then we can start the fun part of put some shelving in and getting the workbench built. What we're gonna do is build 2, only 3 high like this, and then we're gonna put a chunk of plywood over the top and make a workbench. That way Maddie's got a place to sew, kind of a clean place in the back, as well as we need a place to do all the decals for the vans. That's big, flat, and clean. So that's what we're gonna do, and then the rest will be 6 feet tall and line the walls of the container workshop. Well guys, it's a new day organizing the workshop container here. At the end of the day I was just trying to beat the sunset, trying to get as much stuff as in here as possible, as well as I had a bunch of stuff outside. So I didn't film too much of me putting the stuff in here, and on the other hand that's kind of boring, but I want to show you guys the finished, somewhat new workshop for now, till we get everything else built. So I believe in organization a little bit. This is not as good as it could be, but Got all the tool cases up there for stuff we need. Random fine woodworking stuff. This is going to be hand tools, plug-in tools. That's the catch-all for now. We got all the battery operated tools, bits, sockets, adhesives, paints, and then all those clear plastic totes you saw, that is what's organizing kind of our parts. So we got tape. These are heater parts for the diesel heaters we use. Tape measures and pencils, because I lose at least 2 a day. Painting bin, screws, nails. I got a welder down there. This is going to be a lot of storage, because we got to keep some of this stuff on hand, like our sinks and the fans we use and toilets, the cassette toilets. We got to keep that stuff on hand for the builds, because right now shipping is kind of hectic. So that's what's going to be kind of down there, is more stock items. We got clear hoses. A lot of that's for the water system. Here we got 12-volt light fixtures. These came out of our trailer, but I want to keep those just in case we got a project for them. Here we got all the plumbing parts, PEX, hose clamps, P-traps, more connections, water pumps, valves. These are uniseals for water tanks. And you can see we got a lot more storage. Down there is wire, so 12, 14 gauge stranded for all the outlets and stuff. And then we got like a big roll of 6 gauge we just got for more of the heavy duty electrical. More electrical wire. Here's wire loom to protect it when it's outside. Here we got lugs, connectors, butts, rings. Here's the 120 volt. Not a lot of stuff you need for the 120 volt stuff. Boxes, outlets. Here's all the solar panel stuff. I finally got a crimper and a connector for the solar panel connectors. Entry boxes. What's that stuffy? I forgot what that stuff is. The wire, sealy, heat shrink. Idiot. Zip ties, tape. Those are cable tie or staples, as well as cable clamps. 12 volt switches, 12 volt outlets, 12 volt breakers. These are big. These are the big fancy switch panels with the voltmeter and everything in there. 12 volt lights, miscellaneous 12 volt other things. Up top is the big box of connectors I always use, and then that's for a build coming in later. But we'll have charge controllers, inverters, DC chargers, batteries, all that stuff up there. Here's that workbench we had. Under here is chair for a build, solar panels, and toilet, PEX piping. Under there is more water containers too that we use. And then this is for the sewing and the vinyl. So on the left side we have all of our sewing stuff, fabric, sewing machine, not rivets, snaps, foam, batting, all that good stuff. On the right side we got the big rolls of vinyl, all the vinyl stuff, transfer paper, cutting board, stuff like that, cutter. We got paint down there, towels. This side's a little more hardware orientated, so we got in here is hinges and struts. Here's really miscellaneous stuff I had nowhere to put. Screw caps and like little feet. Here's all of our drawer slides, and then we got cabinet hardware, cabinet hinges. Then we got propane stuff down there, and then that is nuts and bolts, and then our cast iron pipe that we use a lot of table legs for. And then underneath that's kind of a catch-all, some flooring. And then one thing we got to build still is here is going to be like a 12-inch all the way up to the ceiling, and it'll house all of our plywood down below, and then up top will be scraps and 2x4s and long materials, stuff like that. So that way we can have it on hand. But then the table saw and the miter saw will go right in there. But hopefully that wasn't too long for you guys. Sorry for not that interesting video of this week, but stay tuned. We got some builds coming up, and we finally get to use our new workshop. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment something nice, and then stay tuned for some pretty awesome builds.